Okay, so today we're doing the notes for I'm Not Afraid of Anything. It's Jason Robert Brown, so it's hard. It is hard. It is repetitive and it sounds easy, but it is not. I'm definitely not an expert on Jason Robert Brown, and hopefully I have all the rhythms right, but let's see how we go. So, I'll do the phrases and then give you a chance to sing them back. Obviously I can't hear them, but hopefully they're wonderful. The first one is, Jenny's afraid of water. So that's, next bit, I mean she swims so well, but still she's afraid of water. So if we sing that together, Jenny's afraid of water. I mean she swims so well, but still she's afraid of water. Okay, then the next bit, so she won't go near the sea. Not me. So you've got lots of rests in between things. A lot of these notes are quite long because you're supposed to hold them as the piano does a kind of arpeggiated movement underneath. So you'll need to follow the score quite closely and make sure you're doing them accurately. And all of these little interjections like not me are timed so that the piano is finished the arpeggiated movement, we're waiting for you, and then we move on. So it's very conversational. Next is Katie. Katie's afraid of darkness. So, and Katie's afraid of darkness. I mean she sleeps and all, but still she's afraid of darkness. So let's do that as one big phrase, and it is the same as the page before, just to help you out. And Katie's afraid of darkness. I mean she sleeps and all, but still she's afraid of darkness. So the next bit, a few extra notes. So when the lights are out, she has to hold my hand. I don't understand. So if you're looking at the score, it's kind of syncopated. And you've got to be super rhythmic. You've got to drive it. So when the lights are out, she has to hold my hand. I don't understand. So you've got a triplet there, and you've got another triplet there, and both of them start with an unvoiced note. So let's do from Katie's afraid of darkness to the end without stopping. And Katie's afraid of darkness. I mean she sleeps and all, but still she's afraid of darkness. So when the lights are out, she has to hold my hand. I don't understand. So now we're up to the chorus. Piano comes to a halt and it's just you, and this figure I find a lot of people miss pitch. So you go. I'm not afraid. So if I hear people miss pitch it, they generally recover because it's quite a once you're onto afraid, it sings itself there. It's very pretty. But I'll find that people often miss the C sharp to the E up to the B. So have it in your head. I'm not afraid of anything. So just sing that again. I'm not afraid of anything. Now this is another syncopated kind of keep it moving movement. Be it mountains, water, dragons, dark or sky. So A few recordings I've heard, they've kind of loosened this up a little bit depending on the interpretation of the person doing it. And obviously it's supposed to be conversational and you're listing off a bunch of stuff you're not afraid of. So make it your own. But I always say learn what's on the page first, if you can. Be it mountains, water, dragons, dark or sky. The next one, same figure, just it's dotted this time. I'm not afraid of anything. So let's do those three phrases together, then we'll get on to the next one. I'm not afraid of anything, be it mountains, water, dragons, dark or sky. I'm not afraid of anything. Next phrase. Tell me where's the challenge if you never try. So do that slowly. Tell me where's the challenge if you never try. Next bit. So watch me fly. These are all the same notes, just often different rhythms. Next bit. I'm not afraid. Actually, that's tripleted, so you come in early. I'm not afraid. Just check that out, top of page 23. So if we go from tell me where's the challenge, tell me where's the challenge if you never try. So watch me fly. I'm not afraid. So now we're on to verse 2, which is very similar to verse 1. Just different words and slightly different rhythms. So we're starting with Daddy's afraid of babies. So it is. Daddy's afraid of babies. I mean, he got through me, but now he's afraid of babies. So, I mean, you can see what a genius Jason Robert Brown is, the way he writes the way someone would say it. I suspect he probably writes the lyrics and then sets them the way that he would deliver these speeches to somebody if he was the character. They're always written so intuitively, and if you just do what's on the page, you already have the character there. It's amazing. So we'll do that again. And so with your, I mean, he got through me, but now he's afraid of babies. It's split up in the way that you'd say it. So go from Daddy. Daddy's afraid of babies. I mean, he got through me, but now he's afraid of babies. Guess he's scared of what they'll be. Hey, so in verse 1, I forgot to mention, people often mispitch that. It's a, it's quite an interval. Guess he's scared of what they'll be. So just make sure you're really getting that. Guess he's scared of what they'll be. Not me. So that's the same as verse 2. So let's do all of that strung together. Daddy's afraid of babies. I mean, he got through me, but now he's afraid of babies. Guess he's scared of what they'll be. Not me. Next is Mama, same tune. And Mama's afraid of crying. You know, she tries to hold it in. She's afraid of crying. So it's the same as the one about Dad. Let's do that again. And Mama's afraid of crying. You know, she tries to hold it in. She's afraid of crying. And she can look at you with tears stuck in her eye. And I don't know why. So that's quite similar, except there's extra and you sing through it. It's not broken up this time. So same. And she can look at you with tears stuck in her eye, and I don't know why. So, next bit, up to the chorus. I'm not afraid of anything, being growing old or going out of style. I'm not afraid of anything. Who would give up what they want without a trial? So all of this is the same, really. Different words, but same tune. So let's go from the top of the page. I'm not afraid of anything, being growing old or going out of style. I'm not afraid of anything. Who would give up what they want without a trial? Another mile. I'm not afraid. I think I might have sung something slightly incorrect there. Who would give up what they want without a trial? Another mile. I'm not afraid. So this is where it gets exciting. So it's actually marked intense and tight. So I interpret that as driving. So you're talking about how you hear the call of adventure and there's a ringing in your ear and the lights are glaring and the trumpets are blaring and you have to keep it going because you're just on this roller coaster. So high energy from here. Let's do it slowly. So it's quite repetitive, but there's some tricky rhythm. And I hear the calling of adventure. So that figure is then repeated immediately. And I hear the ringing in my ear. So let's do the two of them together. And I hear the calling of adventure. And I hear the ringing in my ear. So now we go down into a lower figure. The lights are glaring, trumpets blaring, I'm right here. It's quite tricky, it's syncopated, there are tied notes, there are tripleted notes, it's all over the shop. So you've got to keep it moving. Let's do all of that together. And I hear the calling of adventure, and I hear the ringing in my ear. The lights are glaring, trumpets blaring, I'm right here. So then we move on to the next section, which is the same figure from before. And I hear the calling of tomorrow, and I hear the stirring in my bones. So do those two again. And I hear the calling of tomorrow, and I hear the stirring in my bones. And now we come to David. And David loves me, he's afraid to hold me. So we just mentioned him for two little phrases there, and then we're back into the calling of excitement. We come back to David. So let's go from, and I hear the calling of tomorrow, and I hear the calling of tomorrow, and I hear the stirring in my bones, and David loves me, he's afraid to hold me. So the piano underneath you has more of these arpeggiated figures that then there's a fermata. So he waits, your pianist waits for you to go, he's afraid to hold me. Then there's another figure underneath and another fermata, And when you're ready, you take an obvious breath to guide your pianist and you set off again together. Especially important there because he's playing the same rhythm as you. So the next bit, same tune, love it. Listen to the calling of excitement. Can you hear the pounding in my heart? So that's the same. Then we do, the lights are ready, pulse is steady, I can start. So let's do from listen. Listen to the calling of excitement. Can you hear the pounding in my heart? The lights are ready, pulse is steady, I can start. Now it's different. Never stop the calling of the challenge, blessing on the water and the stones. This is probably the hardest bit in the whole thing, or it seems to be because nobody ever learns it properly. So, never stop the calling of the challenge, blessing on the water and the stones. And David loves me. We're about to go into a whole lot of little phrases about David. So that's the, let's go from listen to the calling of excitement to there. Listen to the calling of excitement. Can you feel the pounding in my heart? The lights are ready, pulse is steady, I can start. Never stop the calling of the challenge, blessing on the water and the stones. And David loves me, he's afraid to tell me. So these are not with fermatas this time. You have to keep going. It does say con la voce, so that means that's an instruction for the pianist to follow what the singer is doing. But you should stick to what's on the page. It's got to keep going. It can't just grind to a halt because you're trying to be emotional. So from and David loves me, he's afraid to tell me. David loves me, he's afraid to trust me, he's afraid to hold me, and he'll always be. So that one you need to hold for 6 because the piano is kind of coming to life underneath you, so you need to sustain it. And then another tripleted bit. He's afraid of me. That one you hold for 5, and it eases back up into, and I'm not afraid of anyone. So let's go back to the first, and David loves me. And David loves me, he's afraid to tell me. David loves me, he's afraid to trust me, he's afraid to hold me, and he'll always be. He's afraid of me, and I'm not afraid of anyone. So that rhythm is slightly different this time, which you should try and remember to do because it makes it more interesting. So I think what we will do is go back to listen to the calling of excitement on page 27 from there, and then I'm just going to carry on to the end because it's quite similar. So listen to the calling of excitement. Can you feel the pounding in my heart? The lights are ready, pulse is steady, I can start. Never stop the calling of the challenge, blessing on the water and the stones. And David loves me, he's afraid to tell me. David that loves me. He's afraid to trust me. He's afraid to hold me. And he'll always be. He's afraid of me. And I'm not afraid of anyone. I am sure to win with anyone at all. Actually, that one is slightly different. So it's repeated notes. I am sure to win with anyone at all. I'm not afraid of anyone. You'll have to work out where you're breathing. I assume probably after anyone at all, but it's kind of awesome if you can get through that whole thing in one breath.